was included.
I have two questions. Could you explain, and maybe I just missed it, it's late, explain how students will be chosen for the homeroom blocks, and I have a second question.
Okay. What's going to happen is that every Monday, every week will be designated as an A week or a B week. So on the A weeks, you will meet with your first block A, Tuesday, second block A, Wednesday, third block A, fourth block A on Thursdays. Fridays, I think we're going to use our evaluation groups so we can know those kids, and then they can meet with individualized teachers if they need help on something. And we need to come up with some real firm guidelines, and I'm going to be asking for teachers to help me develop those guidelines. And that's what, so that there is time for not new content necessarily delivery, but for reinforcements and for, you know, if you have an AP class that needs to work on a closed reading or a practice test, that would be a good time that you could use that time for.
And my second question had to do with one of the slides, and Michael had whispered something to me, so I'm going to ask you and hope that you can clarify. It says under the AB alternating schedule, the recommendation under the criteria that elective and AP programs are not harmed.
Right.
If it's an alternating day, however, with an AP course.
It's every day.
Okay.
It means every day.
So a student signs up for AP language, then
they meet every day, whatever
AP
that block
language
is.
block
One.
And then, okay.
I mean, every day.
Okay.
No. Because that's what the norm is for.
So it would
this
be like block one
It'd be
on Monday.
Block 1A
and
and 1B.
Okay, all right, thank you.
I would get in trouble if I didn't ask this.
The music numbers are 85% filled.
How is this going to impact, in sort of like what we were told were freshmen couldn't really take course unless they were in advance something else. How is that going to affect any course?
Right now our fill rates, Michael, are looking at 85% in both band and chorus, which are the highest numbers we've been able to achieve with any schedule. And band and chorus are two different courses.
If I just may add one thing, and this is for a new superintendent and a new principal. Over the last several years, we've tried a whole lot of flavor of the month things. In some cases, it's been the flavor of last month. It would be really nice if this is what the board says you want to go with, that we make a commitment to this, and we stick to it for, let's say, 5 years. And academic excellence doesn't come from the schedule. It comes from the instruction. We have some excellent instructors, but being married to one, I've seen the havoc that changing a schedule can throw in. So I beseech you on behalf of other teachers and my own kids that if we're going to do this, let's do this right and keep it for a few years and support the teachers the way we need to.
I absolutely echo that. Whatever we decide to do, it needs to be for a period of time so that we can truly work on not changing the schedule, but on instruction. Sarah? In regards to Randy's comment about teacher support, one of our concerns back in '06 when we did the evaluation of the 4x4 was a lot of the teachers had felt at the time that when we moved from the AB schedule into the 4x4 block, that they weren't given a lot of support and a lot of time to prepare for it. I'm for whatever you're going to tell me to teach in, and I'll do the best that I absolutely can, but I do have a concern in that, we start school in a couple of weeks, and I'm on vacation, and I have a 2-year-old at home, and so I want to know from you what kind of support you're going to give me as a classroom teacher so that I can work on my curricula quickly, so that I can focus on my instruction. Well, my hope is that the decrease in time is 10 minutes in the classroom, 10 minutes of class every other day, and then you do get some of that back. You're missing about 20 minutes of class time. But I think the big issue from a teacher perspective is pacing. Right. And your scope and sequence changes from 90 to 70. Right. And from a semester to a year long. And there are some adjustments that do need to be made. Well, my hope is that we're going to be working together, not just in this scope and sequence, but in all of our instruction. You do get 2 planning periods, one every day. You have an extra 30 minutes, which really and truly, if you count out the numbers, you are losing about 20 minutes of prep time throughout your week. But my hope is that we're working on all of it together. And I think that one of the supports that you haven't received is instruction. How do you really use that 90 minutes or 80 minutes or 75 minutes or whatever number to the best advantage? My pledge to the teachers is I'll be in their classroom between 5 and 6 times a year to give them feedback on their instruction and to help them work on their curriculum. Curriculum and instruction is my expertise, and I assume that's the reason the board hired me. And so my support will be with, I'll be available during your planning periods, I'm available before school and after school, I can help you rewrite, I can help you deal with the ambiguities of the pacing.
Will there be professional development time worked in?
Absolutely.
At the beginning of the year?
Absolutely.
And I think that,
The first 2 days, the one day is taken up by the SAU, the other day is completely for the teachers.
thank you.
Could you find that slide again about daily schedules? Is that possible? Because that did
I will
not appear
try.
in this. Because when you say, we have an
Is this one, this one down there?
Yeah, well,
No?
no.
This one?
Yeah, okay, you have an A day and a B day, but then you were talking about A weeks and B weeks.
That's,
For the homeroom periods.
that's for the homeroom. Every day you have a 30-minute homeroom.
Okay.
So that A week and B week that determines which homeroom you meet with. You don't have a set group homeroom. On Mondays, you meet with your first period class, either an A first period or a P first period, depending on the week. On Tuesdays, you meet with your second block teacher, either the B day
Oh,
or A
okay,
day.
I see, all right. So,
And thank you for asking that
so
question.
you get 30 minutes
Bi-weekly.
extra a week,
Bi-weekly.
bi-weekly
So you
with,
get another hour. Each of your academic teachers. Yes, ma'am.
so then am I correct in thinking that, I get English Monday and Wednesday?
You have it, one week you have it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the other one you have it Tuesday and Thursday.
All right, it's just every other day.
Yes, ma'am.
However it is.
However,